Suddenly, out of the blue, one day Salman called me and said, would you like to direct Murchi Baton? And I was like, Negi or Pooch Pooch. When I directed the film, I wanted Salman to play something which was not Salman. I didn't want that swag, I didn't want the comedy, I didn't want the heroism. One actor who I feel who has not done justice to his talent is Shah Rukh Khan. The bladder removal was a reality which, if I had to diagnose the disease 2 years back, my bladder could have been saved. Tomorrow someone tells me, let us do a film in Marathi. I'll be more than happy to do it. Hi, this is Mahesh Manjrekar and you're watching me on E-Times.
Hi, this is Amina Sheikh here, and with me today I have the handsome Mahesh Manjrekar, who is not only the director of the movie Antim, but also the actor in the movie. Welcoming him on E-Times.
Hi, thank you so much.
So what do you have to say about directing this movie called Antim?
It is a film which I had, this is a remake of a Marathi film called Murchi Baton, which is a wonderful film. I was a part of the film, and the director also is a friend of mine who had been an assistant to me. I'm very proud to say that, because he's a fantastic director. So Salman took the rights of this film and he was making it, and I was in the know that they're making this film, but I was very, very happy for Praveen because he was going to direct it. Then suddenly, after a few months, Praveen told me he's not directing the film. So I let it pass, and then someone else was on board, and they were having discussions about the script. They were thinking of, changing the whole location to north. So I was in the know because I used to go to Salman's house. I used to meet Ayush there, and only one thing I was telling Ayush, I said, don't lose the soul of the film, whatever you do. And I was very happy that Ayush is doing this film because the role was fantastic. And the way Ayush had that 1 year of waiting, he was so impatient, and I could see he's going to deliver. But then suddenly, out of the blue, one day Salman called me and said, would you like to direct Murchi Baton? And I was like, Negi or Pooch Pooch. But I just told him one thing. I said, I would want to direct it if I write it, because I'd heard the discussions and the development which I had not liked. Yeah. So he said, but if you want to go through what we have developed. So I said, I don't want to. So I wrote the film. Again, I didn't think about the commerce point of view. I just wrote a film, a very honest film, which was read and they liked it. But there was one issue because, see, tomorrow you need to market the film also. So you give a role to Salman which has no songs, no girl. So everybody was taken aback, and you need a heroine and ego. So I somehow tried to write a role of a heroine and incorporated 2 songs. I was not at all comfortable or happy, but I said, you see, that is the way, how will they sell the film? But I wrote it very nicely that if there is any problem, if I wanted to remove it, I could remove it without
Making
any changes. So we wrote it, and then there came a time when Salman one day just decided let us do away with the girl and the songs. So that was a pleasant surprise because it came from Salman, which is what I liked. And when I directed the film, I wanted Salman to play something which was not Salman. I didn't want that swag, I didn't want the comedy, I didn't want the heroism, I didn't want that action, that flying.
Yeah.
So all these things I wanted to incorporate, and there were so many people who were saying, yaar, Salman, you क्या कर रहा है तो? People, your fans will expect this, or ये होगा, वो होगा. So, but Salman, I don't know, he said, चल, तेरे को trust करता हूँ. He did everything, and today when I saw the trailer, like everybody appreciating it, everybody commenting that they are seeing a different Salman. So today I was a little scared because see what happens is you're playing with a big star's reputation. And if people had to not like it, I would have had to take the stick because everybody would have said, we told you so. So today it is such a nice feeling when I get to know, when I see Salman, I see him comfortable, satisfied. He's happy with how the film has shaped up. And today I can very proudly say that there is an actor in the industry today who people are going to talk about for a long time, that is Ayush Sharma. After this film, people are really going to go to him. If there is an actor's role, they'll go to him. He's so good in the film. Mahima Makwana, the new girl, but she's also very brilliant in the film. And overall, the film has shaped up very well. It's a very true, honest take on more than the land grabbing, it is when a city develops, when you try to develop more cities, the only space they're going to occupy is the village space, and then the farms will go and see the real estate prices are going to skyrocket. As it is, we have so much of difficulties the farmers are going through. Today, what has happened is, today someone asked me, what do you see the future of farming? I said, I don't see any future at all, because when I go to my native place or where I go to villages, when I see these old people working in the fields, then I ask them, कि तुम्हारा बेटा किधर है? बोलते बेटा जॉब करता है मुंबई में या पुणे में, because they don't want to do. So who will take care of the farms? So we need to make farming so lucrative, so attractive that the children should not feel the necessity to leave the village and go this thing. So, but today it is not the case. So it's a very scary situation, not for me, but tomorrow my children. क्या farming करेंगे? क्या खाएंगे? We don't want to depend on imports for food. So today I think we have to prioritize farmers. We have to give them what they want. So tomorrow they're happy and they can, actually farming should be so lucrative that people should go into farming. So this is film about a village which falls prey to this development and how a family's life is ruined, and this boy from the family, how he comes into money and how he starts believing that he is God. And then his clash with an honest cop who decides to end crime.
But also, like, as we talk about, farming and how this subject is taken in Antim, even in the trailer, in reality also, if we see in India, we are facing a lot of issues like that. So what are your thoughts on that?
The film reflects the reality. Actually, the film reflects the reality. It is a true story. It can't be a story of one man, but it is a true story which has happened in Maharashtra. So somewhere it has a base of a real story which has happened in Maharashtra. So that is why it shows through the film. And we couldn't dwell too much, because we would have given away too much if we had to show all those things in the trailer. But when you see the film, you'll realize it is a film about how today the greedy land sharks are not trying to somewhere victimize the farmers.
So also, as a director, we must say that you're a tough one, because convincing Salman to not have an actress and even songs was a very tough thing for him to be there, because he has this bhai image, कि भाई की फिल्म आएंगी तो कोई heroine रहेगी, and there are certain dates also selected and like that. So how did you manage to convince him though?
No, but as I said, then what happened, I let him take the call. I wrote the heroine there, I wrote 2 songs. Then he only decided that no, this role is such that it will be a distraction. People will be distracted from his character. It's about a very, very honest cop who is somewhere along the way frustrated because of the hires up who don't let him function the way he wants to. See, there are so many honest cops today also who feel, they can't take their own decisions. There is someone they are answerable to who helps these criminals, because they have their vested interest to use those criminals for their own good. So it's about this cop who is so frustrated and who always says, there'll be a time when one day I'll lose it and then I'll show. So that line comes into the film where, jis din is Sardar ki hategi, sabki fategi. That is that line. He says it out of frustration.
Also, the dialogues of the films are really very good. So that must have taken a lot of time. Plus, the film is releasing after a COVID situation has been. We have been through this. The entire world has been through. So how difficult it was for you to shoot, and also knowing what exactly the background was of this film?
No, shooting was a good experience, because I don't think I faced any problem, by God's grace, in spite of the COVID situation. Only a few problems I faced was, when I used to have these scenes on the street, I used to shoot candid, and then I used to see someone walking with a mask. I said, what do I do about that? So that was a big issue. We couldn't shoot candid, because we have to tell the people to take out the mask, we tell them we are shooting. So those were a few, but otherwise we shot in a record time and we shot very comfortably. The production was good, so I was never wanting for anything. They always provided much more than what I wanted. And today the COVID situation is such that I have been saying it for a long time. COVID is the new normal. We have to accept the fact that the COVID is not going anywhere. This virus is with us to stay. It has become like a permanent feature. For the next 10 to 15 years, we are good to live with this virus. And staying at home, cooped up at home and not coming out is not the answer to it. We have to get out, see to it that we develop antibodies and then we defeat the disease. It is like a pandemic नहीं endemic हो जाएगा वो कि आता है कभी साल में एक बार आता है थोड़ा होएगा डॉक्टर के पास जाओ we are fine. So we have to accept the fact that life goes on in spite of everything. You know, we were faced with many problems, but man's spirit is always comes out a winner. So today what I look at is that we accept the fact and move out. See, people are now getting out of the houses.
Yes.
When the first announcement was made, people were so scared. I know friends who had not gotten out of the house for 2 to 3 months.
Yes.
But today people know that there is a cure for it. If you take medicine immediately, if you take, and there are friends who are like who were suffering from diabetes and everything, they are also fine. So it's not that if you take prompt action, you can defeat this disease. So we need
In fact,
not.
according to the latest report, it's like people are dying more of heart attack as compared to COVID. That's what is.
Why? In India, at least 3,500 to 4,000 people die every day of tuberculosis.
Yes.
So what are we scared of? Every day, every single day. So it is, COVID is here to stay, but we can defeat it. If we defeat it, because, see, we have to be a little more careful
Yes.
than any other disease. You know, there are so many people who have comorbidities who have survived this. So it is not the case. Like I have my brother's mother-in-law is about 85. She got COVID, but she was out. 5th day, she was out. Fine, absolutely. So it is not the case. We need not scare the disease so much. And we have to accept the fact that, yes, this is the truth and we have to face it.
In between, you also got cancer and you came out of it. You fought like a warrior, I must say that, because you also lost weight and people are, of course, like, we encourage that, you have lost weight. So how positive were you, because you're also having a project and at the same time your professionalism is something which doesn't let you go off your work?
What had happened is, see, I had lost weight by exercising and diet. I'd come to a nice 73, 74. And suddenly I was like, for the last 1.5 years, I was taking medicine for a condition called overactive bladder. So I don't know, my doctors didn't tell me the seriousness about it, but 2 years, nothing. 1.5 years to 1 year and 9 months, nothing was happening. And one day, suddenly on the sets of this film only, Antim, I went to the restroom and I saw a lot of blood. So that is where I got scared. And then I went in for a proper thorough checkup. And by the time they went into the cystoscopy, I knew I had cancer, because even if before they told me, I realized, because I used to read a lot of material. But then I read about it also, how do I fight it and what are the chances, what is the cure. So, but I was fine, but I had to take 4 chemos, which every 3 weeks, one every 3 weeks. So, and after that I had to go in for a surgery, because they had to remove the possibilities of the cancer spread and then remove the bladder. The bladder removal was a reality which, if I had to diagnose the disease 2 years back, my bladder could have been saved. But then, see, that is vidhilikit, so you can't help it. So then when I took chemos, I was fine. I had to give them 2 days every 3 weeks. So I told Salman, I said, if I don't work now, plus the operation, then 3 months of recuperation, I would have shot the film. So I said, let us finish it. We have shot about more than 50%. Let us finish the film.
But sir, weren't you scared a bit, because cancer is something which is not to be taken easily? Weren't you a bit scared also while shooting, and of course about your precautions and taking care of your health?
I was doing a film called The Final Truth, and the final truth is everybody here has to go. That is the final truth. Nobody is going to be immortal here. I have lived a nice life, and somewhere within my heart of hearts, I knew that I'll win this war. Another thing is, I feel that I am no special. There are so many people worse off than me who are like normal people on the roads, who have a 9-to-5 job, who hardly earn anything, who have fought cancer and brilliantly. So why am I scared? And I live my life. So I always see a woman who has lost a son who's 24 to cancer, and I said, why am I pitying myself? So I said, I'll work. I said, jo hona hai, ho jayega. The surgery was one thing which was worrying me. So the chemo was not going to worry me. So I said, at least finish the film, na. And I went into the surgery saying, ki, see, once they give you a injection, you are as it is dead to the world. So I said, it was a long surgery. It was a 12-hour surgery. I said, if I come out, fine. If I don't come out, I don't know. So fine. So I was okay with it. But I came out after 12 hours. So, and today I feel very nice to say that I'm cancer free because I've done all my tests later on. They removed about 36 lymph nodes around this thing because they wanted to check whether there's a spread there. But none of the lymph nodes were positive. So that is it. So I think we scare cancer too much. And what was going to happen? If I had to be depressed, how was it going to help me? So I said, might as well. And in my house also, there were standing instructions that nobody is going to sympathize. I said, the life goes on as normal as possible. I said, we need to worry after the surgery. So tabhi worry karenge. But everything happened well. So today I'm fine. And I believe in that thing. Ki then, see, one day I get to know na ki udhar ek Santa Cruz mein ek aadmi hai na, wo kabhi marne wala nahi. Then I'll feel, arey, aisa kaisa, I also don't want to die. But then everybody is going to. Na, so what am I scared of? I said, chalo, fight karo, dekhte, jo hoga aage. See, results you can't stop, but you can fight. So somewhere that title also worked, Antim, the final truth. So that is the truth. So you can't run away from it. So might as well face it. Na?
That's very strong of you, sir. But talking about your career as a director and as an actor, how do you balance between both? And of course, your direction is completely different as compared to your acting. You are very strict as a director. You need certain scenes in certain way only. You will not make exceptions in such case. So how do you manage?
So what happens is acting, there was a time up to a point, after I did Kante also, there were not many roles which came my way. And then I'm doing, so whatever acting I've done it for the money. To keep my kitchen fires burning. But direction is a different ballgame. Will I direct the films I acted in? No. The most of the films which I have acted in, I have not even seen them. So I finish or bhul jao. There are a few films which I see, like I've seen Mard Ko Dard Nahi Hota. I love that film. I saw that film. There are a few films I saw, but otherwise they give me money, so I make money. So now, unless, see, today I envy a Pankaj Tripathi because he gets roles written for him. And I'm very happy for him because he was one actor who had struggled a lot. He was doing small bit roles in so many films. And suddenly, today he's at a stage where films are written for him. So, unless something like that comes my way, someone writes a film for me, ki main sirf tu role kar sakta. Until that time, today I don't want to act.
You don't feel that urge to act anymore.
Because what am I doing? I did a film. Sometimes I will wonder, I did it for the money. Also, Total Dhamal. There was only one scene in the end climax where I play a villain who comes and talks South Indian. But there are people who come and say, "Kere, wo tera kaam acha hai." I बोला, "यार, it was just a 2-day work which I did because I did." They said they'll pay me good. I said, "Fine. 2 दिन का इतना पैसा मिल रहा है तो क्यों नहीं?" But then again later on you say कि क्या करना है 2 दिन 3 दिन का काम 4 दिन का काम 5 दिन. If there's something substantial, then I will make an exception कि चल ये रोल करते हैं.
Apart from being into acting and direction, you also play a pivotal role in Marathi cinema, and that's like growing a lot. Eventually, their films are like adapted, and we make in Bollywood. We remake it, and we watch that. Of course, that doesn't have that kind of exposure or that kind of vibe what a Marathi film does. So, what do you have to say about that?
You see, what has happened is the Marathi cinema in terms of subjects now they're getting very, very advanced. Yes. They really tackle subjects which Hindi cinema don't see, which I feel it is, Hindi cinema does not need to feel scared because there is an audience who is ready to accept it. Unless they do it, nobody is going to know. But Marathi cinema is definitely trying new subjects, and that is one thing I rely on because I know if a subject I can't sell it in Hindi, I'll do it in Marathi. I've got about 2-3 films now ready for release, which I've done. So, and I'm very happy with those. Yeah. So I know that if I want to try something different, I have my Marathi cinema to back me. And there is one film which I'll release sometime in March, April, which is one of my favorite films I've done in Marathi, called Pangrun. Because of the pandemic, I couldn't release it. It's been ready since the last 2 years. So it is a wonderful film. And somewhere if tomorrow someone comes and tells me, let us do a film in Marathi, I'll be more than happy to do it. Because that film needs a wider audience. I want that film to be seen all over the world.
So do you like this change of films releasing on OTT because somewhere you get a lot of exposure over there also, if not theaters?
What has happened, Marathi cinema need to market itself. What happens today on the OTT platform, there are a lot of people who see Malayalam cinema. It's such a beautiful cinema. So today they have to make that kind of noise that people should feel compelled to see Marathi cinema on OTT. That is where it will get that kind of awareness. See, what happens is today Tamil and Telugu cinema dubbed in Hindi are doing so well. But there is an audience. There is an audience which is liking it on television. They see it like crazy. But there should be a time when people should feel कि चल नहीं मराठी फिल्म हिंदी में डब करके हम लोग देखेंगे OTT पे या चैनल पे. Until that time comes, we are at a low, but that time will come because the
But
audience is
slowly,
changing.
I feel that is also catching up because
It
of
will.
this entire break what we had. People are like really wanting to explore more of the other sides than only
There's a
Bollywood.
film I made 4 years back called Nat Samrat with Nana Patekar. Which today there's so many people who meet me on the roads, non-Maharashtrians who come and say, "Ki, what a film that was."
Yes.
So I know today that there is a lot of non-Maharashtrian audience who's seeing cinema.
Also talking about Ayush, the way you have directed him in the film, he was like a lover boy in the first film, and in this one, when he's actually making an entry, like a villainous character, that Surma, and the way he's like making that faces and all. How difficult was it for you to work with him, or easy because he is a new actor eventually on big screen, and he is of course like trying to make a career in Bollywood. So how was your experience of working with him?
No, I was in fact much easier because see, today he was not coming in with any baggage. कि ये मेरा मैंने ये किया था वो चला वो किया वो चला. He came in absolutely raw. And I had told him, I said, I do exactly what I tell you. You have to do exactly what I tell you. Then another thing is, see, there are a lot of people, I can show you, when I see a film, I know that this guy is acting. Acting in the sense that what they do is they say the lines and then they decide how will I say this line. This line I'll scream, this line I'll... So sometimes I don't understand. I said, you are not here to act, you are here to react. The whole idea of acting is you are reacting to a given situation. Half the people don't know that. They want to act their lines out. Or a line khatam hua, then they go, Arey, listening bhi to rehti hai na. See, half the actors don't listen. They want to say their lines. When you read a script out to them, they are not listening to the other guy's lines. They say कि मेरा lines कौन सा है. So until they learn to listen to other guy's line, they don't know act. I told them that only. I said, I want you to react. Whatever you are saying is a reaction to something. And you don't need to scream it. I said the meaning of the line is there, in the line. Just say the line. But when you say the line, feel it. How will you feel it? Because you are reacting to that line. So he was spot on and he is brilliant in the film.
When Sai made her Bollywood debut, were you skeptical because it's a lot of work which goes behind the camera to be there on camera, to face the camera and prep up and be a part of the world of glamour, and of course it comes with additional responsibility also. So how were you when this happened?
I didn't react because this came out of the blue. Salman said कि इसको ये role देने गए. And she was also excited and I didn't have any chance to say anything. Somewhere Sai had done small roles in 2 of my films. So कोई नहीं तो चल खड़ी इधर. But then I knew that she is quite comfortable in front of the camera. एक तो she doesn't have any inhibition. She's not conscious. But then when she did the role, I remember the first scene I went to, she was shooting the first scene at Mehboob. And I went there because it was the first scene. And I was sitting at the monitor and watching it, and she did it. It was a big scene with Salman. And she did, everybody clapped and everybody was praising and this and that. And Prabhu, they were also happy. And then, kuch nahi, I went home. She came home, she asked me, kaisa tha? I said, I didn't like it. So I said, why were you not smiling? I said, Prabhu Deva said, daat nahi dikhane ka. And I said, why were you not looking at him? So Prabhu Deva said, niche dekh ke baith ko nahi kaha. I said, the eyes are the actor's window, yaar, what is wrong? So somehow what they liked, I didn't like. So I told her a few things, but then I knew that the director was hell-bent on wanting from her what he wanted. If you ask me the end result, if you ask me how much points do I give Sai after seeing Dabangg 3, I would give her, if I'm very generous, I would give her 40 out of 100. So, not that she was lacking, but she was asked to do that and she did it, because See what happens when you tell an actor what to do, आँख मत करो, so it looks very plastic. If my eye, there's a guy who does this always, so he does this. You can't tell him don't do it. That is him. So somewhere you can't tell an actor how to do, where to keep your hands, you know. Then it becomes very mechanical. You have to let them go. You have to let them. So I don't know. I let him do. Kar le bhai. I used to just tell him his mood. And so she did. Then she did a South film now, which is going to release. अभी एक नवंबर में release हो रही है, and then एक Jan में release हो रही है. Jan का film I'm really looking forward to, called Major, which is about this Major Unni Krishnan. And she's also very happy about that. But then what happens, you know, today the children are so smart. They've seen world cinema. So I don't go to advise her. Because, see, what happens, I might advise her something, the role might be something different. Unless I have a role for her, then I will make a graph for her, ki what she has to do. So now they are pretty independent, and I feel ki let her do that. Today she has that feeling of achievement. It is, tomorrow she should not feel ki yaar mere father ne mere liye ready-made karke diya. So that is what I like. She's a self-made girl, and whatever she has got today, I never, someone comes to me कि एक film है इसके लिए. I said this is a number of a guy who looks after her work. Go and meet her. उसको सुना, मेरे को मत सुना. Because I am nobody to take a decision. Something what I might like, she might not like. So I let them be. So they can.
Would you prefer directing her in a film of yours?
If the role is right. I want a role which is, I can't see anybody else but her in this film. See, there is, एक तो she is 5'10", तो वो एक आता है, तो वो है कि there are so many other things which I have to look कि एक ऐसा role हो कि which suits her personality. I have never thrust her down people's throat because she is my daughter. No.
Also, lastly, you have also worked with a lot of actors, you know, in these years. In the current lot, who's been your favorite? You have worked with Ranveer Singh and Padmavat, Ayush Sharma, and a lot of people you have been observing, and you know the industry well.
All-time favorite actor is Ranbir Kapoor because he is a phenomenal actor. Salman, I don't need to say because obviously, because of the relation also, but I love him. There is something very honest about him. But then there is one actor who I feel who has not done justice to his talent is Shah Rukh Khan. And the problem is because they don't want to break that shell. They don't want to, you know, they want to live in that shell of comfort. कि मेरी ये picture चली, my lover boy चली, मेरा नहीं है. They need to break that shell now. Today, people say कि Shah Rukh की फिल्म में चली. ऐसा Shah Rukh की फिल्म में चली नहीं रही. ऐसा Shah Rukh is doing the role today which a Ranbir Kapoor or a Ranveer Singh is doing. So why will people see a Shah Rukh? They'll want to see Shah Rukh in a role which they should feel कि यार ये role Shah Rukh का था. Age भी right है, सब right है. So somewhere I feel he should do something which is out of the box, and he'll do a brilliant job. He's a fantastic actor. And Ranveer Singh is a good actor, but still he's in the mold of a थोड़ा सा संजू लगता है, थोड़ा सा, you know, he does both. He does commercial cinema also, and he does, but then one actor who will go a long way is this guy. Very, very long way. Is Ayush Sharma. Trust me.
That's quite good. I'm sure that, you know, he would, because in this second trailer, of course, this movie gives that hope that, you know, of course, he has a lot of talent in him. Thank you so much, sir, for your interview, and all the very best for your film. Thank you.